7:14. Yep. On time, on schedule. Here every Monday between 7 and 7:15 p.m. Cheers. Can I request to join your voice? I imagine you mean this call. Yeah. I I don't know how you would do that, but if you can figure out how to do that, then by all means, yep, you can come on. Can I join your live? I mean, you're allowed to, whether you're able to, I'm not actually sure. I'm not too technologically in the know. Yeah, we need the Pebbles and Dubs show to start. Wait, what's this button do? Oh, no, not that one. I'm running out of buttons to press. That changes the camera. No, don't want that one. I honestly don't know. But for certain, we will get that going. We'll get that going. Whether it's on like we need to do it through Zoom and YouTube or whatever way we need to do it, we will find out how to. 100%, 100%. The people need to see the Pebbles and Dub show. It's definitely happening. Andy Wilton, here we go again. Exactly, man. Exactly. This is peak week. Peak week for Severed Hands. Oh, it's good. It's good to be here. It's exciting being here on these Mondays. On these Mondays before the event. I have no idea my end. Can't see where it said join. No, I know we can do. I know we can do it on Instagram Live, 100%. Um, but I haven't figured out how to do the YouTube yet. But yeah, we'll do. Yeah, maybe maybe we'll start on Instagram. So coming soon, we got the Pebbles and Dubs show coming live on Instagram. We need to pick a day. What sort of days are good for you? We'll do sort of what evening-ish. Not too late. I know you need to look after little one and whatnot. Um, most times from the afternoon, to be fair. Mornings are busy, days busy. Yeah, normally afternoons are good time for live shows. But yeah, here we are back again on a Monday evening. If it's your first time here, we're here every Monday between 7 and 7:15 p.m. Um, find me here. The only reason I won't be here is if I'm cooking up a storm with Nyasha, getting ready for an event or, you know, reflecting on an event, which I'm sure we'll be doing next Monday. So I may not be here. I may not be here next Monday because this weekend is Severed Hands and I'm gonna need a couple days to process what goes on. That is gonna be a ridiculous event. I'll be going through the match card today. I haven't got a massive amount of time, so we'll get the intro all wrapped up and get get right in a moment. Then yeah, we'll sort it out. After 7 we'll go. Hopefully be in bed. After 7 is good. Okay. Yeah, could be evening. If you say after 7 is good, we could say like an 8. We could even just do an 8 till 8:30 show to start with. But yeah, we'll talk in private. We'll sort it out and we'll yeah, probably start on Instagram then. Probably start on Instagram, then we can move it over to the YouTube. Or if we figure it out before, we'll do it on the old YouTube. Right then, we're pretty much 5 minutes in. We might as well crack into the topics of the day. We only got two topics, but there's some big topics, so it'll probably fill the time. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the arm wrestling gods because I'm excited to see what Paul's gonna say. I'm sure there'll be a Voices of Valhalla at some point in the next few days, if not tonight. I know sometimes they do Mondays at 9 p.m., I believe, or half eight, 9. So you might even see them later on tonight. But oh my, what an event! What an event! It was um, the last Arm Wrestling Gods event ever. Um, Unless someone else turned into Arm Wrestling Gods, but that was the last Arm Wrestling Gods event. They've now transitioned into Arm Gods. So oh, what a way to cap it off. We had a novice tournament and a pro tournament. It was regional weight classes, so we had under 80 kilos, under 100 kilos, and over 100 kilos for the novices. And we had, I believe it was under 75, under 90, under 105, and over 105 kilos for the pros. Um, Lots of new faces for me, which I always love. Love to see the sport growing, and I love seeing who's actually out there. Because it's a bigger sport than we think. It's still niche, it's still underground-ish. Um, but it's good to see it growing. So I think I can't remember exact number, but I think there was 60, so 60 people, 50 people, about 50 people in the tournament, which is good. Good to see in an Irish tournament. Um, couple of standouts for me. Obviously Tim Massey, Dungeon Master, did very well. Shout out to him. Go follow him on tim.dungeonmaster on the old Instagram. He took third place on both arms in the under 80 kilos on the novices. Um, Luke Bauer did very well in the under 80s. Um, didn't know too many in the heavier weight classes. Big Rab did very well. Um, Dafford got sixth again. I think he got sixth at the fifth or sixth at the nationals. He got sixth at the regionals. Um, Ashley Harmsworth smashed it on the left arm, got first place. Got second place on the right arm in the under 75 pros. Coming up short on the right against Kyle Fullerton, which they battle between each other all the time. Good to see them going back and forth. Um, and yeah, to be honest, yeah, there was a lot of names I didn't know, which again, I really like to see. Really like to see. Let's catch up with a chat quickly. Talking between yourselves. Tim pulled very well. Yeah, he did, man. He looked so connected. He looked so connected. The guy that beat him, I think his name it was something English. I think there was brothers. There was brothers there that day. Was it Cillian? Cillian English? I believe that was his name. I need to recheck. He looked strong. He looked really strong. If anyone knows where he trains, let me know. We'll hit him up at some point for sure. Uh, Dan's rehabbing his shoulder. Yep. Get him fellas. Yeah, I'm good. Dan. Blah blah blah. So yeah, the tournament went well. I started 12 p.m. and I think they got finished around half four, five. Ready for a little break for getting ready for the matches. They had four or five super matches. Absolute grinder to start with Josh Davis and Marius. Oh my, screamer, absolute screamer. It was a match that wasn't supposed to be there originally. It was yeah, they had a few last minute changes on the card, which happens. Um but oh my, what a result. What a result to get a match like that. Like a match made in heaven, literally. I think the whole match was like half an hour long, half an hour, 40 minutes. which for an arm wrestling match is a grinder, is a grinder. Me and Dan know that. We've been in a mad match like that before. Stupid. Excellent way to kick off the day. Or well, to kick off the super matches. Yeah, Josh is on a tear. He's earning that name, the Road Warrior, 100%. Obviously, got to talk about the under 100 kilo championship between Tom Holland and James Wall. Was it 4-2 in the end? 4-2 to Tom. It was a best of seven, so first of four pins. Wow. Wow. I wanna say it went how I expected. Um Obviously Tom was the favorite. You have to say Tom was the favorite. He's been top of top of Britain, top of England for a long time. Um Thoroughly earned that elite status. And then James Wall has been on a t serious tear these sort of last 12 to 18 months. Been running through almost everyone. Um, I want to say that them two were number one and number two. Well, still are number one and number two in England. Um, there's unless you put Paul in there. But he says they don't really compete anymore. But out of the English, I'd say yeah, that was number one and number two. So it was a pleasure. It was an honor to see those two those two face off. What a comment Preston just put in there. Would love to see Tom and Marvin Palmer go up against each other. Oh, now that's a stupid match. That's a stupid match. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. It's another one of them that it just needs to happen. Uh, I literally only learned of Marvin Palmer quite recently and Dark Horse. And that's an understatement, and that's a serious understatement. Marvin Palmer, honestly, Marvin against Dolskus. Honestly, Marvin against Dolskus. But yeah, there's levels. He's not been competing for a good while now, Marvin. So it'd be good to see him just get back on the table, get back, yeah, but beside a ref and see him hit that ready go. Hopefully, we'll be seeing quite a lot of returns, but hopefully Marvin will be at the Nationals, at the Pro Nationals this year. So make your way to Birmingham for a show over there. He's scary strong, both of them really. He beat half the guys at our training session with two arms. Marvin Palmer's no joke. I'm not surprised. He's as big as two people, so I'm not surprised it takes two arms to even give him a workout. He's yeah, scary strong is definitely a correct description for Marvin Palmer. What a beast. Utmost respect for that guy. Utmost respect. There's a few legends that are returning, and it's exciting. It really is. So yeah, I want to say Tom and James went sort of how expected. Round one, Tom showing that he is the faster person. Everyone was talking about James Wall's speed going into the match. Like, watch out for the speed, watch out for the speed. Tom showed round one that there's levels to this. There's levels to this. Round two, took it. James took the next two, and then James Wall shouted in Tom's face. He was like, yeah, giving it the old the primal roar. And I think that fired up Tom even more because he come back and yeah, it was a match. It was a beautiful match. Excellent card, excellent card. Great way to cap off Arm Wrestling Gods and excellent way to start off the or preempt like foreshadow the Arm Gods events coming up in the near future. One thing I will have to ask the people though, like, so they competed for the Arm Wrestling Gods title, but that was the last Arm Wrestling Gods show. So will they be getting new Arm Gods champions? Meaning is Tom Holland forever the arm wrestling gods under 100 kilo champion? I hope so. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Tom was fast as fuck. Yep, yep. Blink and you miss it. Blink and you'll miss it. Right, we're at 7:30. Let's bang into the severed hands card. Unless we got any more comments or questions about the arm wrestling gods card that went on. When was that? 2 days ago now. 2 days ago now. What a card. What a card it was. Let's go. Yep, let's go into it right now. So, okay, so I'm gonna jump onto the Circle of Arms Instagram. You can do this with me at home if you've got two screens like me. But we released the Severed Hands schedule for this weekend. Released that on the Circle of Arms Instagram, so you can go check that out now or whenever, when we're done on this live. So we've split the day up into 6 sections, 3 sections on each arm, and we've given the estimate for an hour for each of these sections. So if you're in section 1, your start of the day matches start at 12 p.m. So if you're in section 1, you'll be somewhere between 12 and 1 p.m. Likewise with section 2 between 1 and 2, section 3 between 2 and 3. We'll have the unofficial estimated lunch break from 3 p.m. till 4 p.m. If it happens to be earlier, we'll do it a little bit earlier. If it happens to be later, we'll do it a little bit later. But we will be restarting the right arm matches at a latest of 4 p.m. That's the latest we'll be starting the right arm matches. So even if we finish at 3:30 with the left arm matches, we will be starting the right arm matches at 4 p.m. just to keep things moving. The intention is obviously to keep it on time, and we'll probably be finished earlier than expected anyway. I like to give a bit of extra time just in case. But we never know if all of the matches turn out to be absolute grinders, which no one will be disappointed with. It will go on a bit longer, but if it's going along on longer because of wars, yeah, I don't think anyone minds about that. I don't think anyone minds about that. It'd be awesome. We will be doing best of 5, so um first to 3 pins, and that's the match. So that does cut down the time a little bit. When you're doing 6 rounds, it takes a lot longer, a lot longer. The Arm Wrestling God show the other day had 5 super matches. See, I feel like it was only 4. It might have been 5 though. It might have been 5. And that was just over 2 hours. Whereas we're planning on doing 5, 6, 7 matches in an hour. So in the time that they did 5, we should be able to do 12, 13, 14. So we'll bang them out. We'll bang them out. Right, I am on the Circle of Arms Instagram. And it's not coming up. I definitely posted it. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. The closer the matches, the better. Yeah, exactly, man. Everyone wants to see a war. Can't wait for Severed Hands. Yes, you know. I'm a little gutted I wasn't able to get involved with this event. Would have been awesome to come along. Yeah, man, 100%, 100%. We've got an event in February 4th, Winter's Gate. That is our cap of our season. That'll be the last event of our Circle of Arms season. So yeah, contact us, man. I mean, we're already in contact anyway. let me know and we will get something sorted. Obviously, it'd be good to have a practice with you or get some feedback from like Ellis per se. I know you trained with Ellis a couple times, just to get a judge of your level. But definitely stay in contact and we'll sort it out. There may be something before that, so keep your ear to the ground. But we'll be in contact. We'll be in contact. We'll also be setting up a Circle of Arms open day, Circle of Arms training day. Before then, 100%. Planning on sometime Christmas, just before Christmas, a week or two before. So what that'd be, what middle to end of December. Let me know what days work for people. We can do a weekend, we can do a weekday. As long as the consensus is you know solid, then we'll work towards that day. We'll work towards that day. So yeah, if anyone's interested in coming down for a Circle of Arms day, um, let me know, get in contact, and we'll sort something out. You know what? It's still not coming up. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I uploaded it. If not, I sent it to myself. This is why you always give yourself a backup. Never rely on one thing. Big matches coming up though. What's the time? 25-2. Yeah, I've got enough time. Boom. We have the match card. Left arm. First, we have a first time pro and a returning pro in Ruben Hughes and Koray Candace. Great match to start off with. Great match to start off with. We see Ruben take on Koray's teammate recently, Jim Murdoch, and that was an absolute battle. So hopefully Jim has conferred with Koray what happened there, and we'll see if Koray can get through Ruben's ridiculously strong hands. We've got the Rattlesnake and Liam Carden. Liam Carden's one of the COA club. He is the brother of Dean Carden, if you hadn't guessed. And obviously the Rattlesnake needs no introduction anywhere in UK arm wrestling. He's been about for a good 10 years. He's a veteran by now. It'd be great to see him on the table. Next we'll have Sam Tucker versus myself. This will be a match for Dean. I got you, man. I got you. Um, then we've got Greg Foster and Emilio Hang. They were supposed to do both arms, but Greg unfortunately can't do the left arm because he hasn't fully recovered from, I'm presuming, the IFAs. So they'll be doing their right hand match earlier. Absolute war. I'm looking forward to that. Rob Brown versus Dan Stone. We got Dan in the chat tonight. And then Rob Brown, Boost from the Slim Rock Wrestlers, also trains with Chesterfield Bad Boys. They had a mega battle back in April at the devastating Devon tournament, the PAA Regionals. Absolute grinder on the left, and we got them back in a match at Severed Hands. I faced him in the tournament recently at Nationals in Derby, and I beat Rob pretty easily. And me and Dan have had grinders in the past. So if going by that, I'm putting Dan as the favorite. But rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, anything could happen. And then to wrap off the section one of the day with Keelan Clark Price and Adam Petherbridge. So we got Slim Rock Wrestlers versus Brute Force Arm Wrestling. This should be an interesting match. Adams, I can see it now. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, it's up. Just had to refresh a few things. Um, it's going to be Adam's second super match. He had one in July at SummerSlam. Come up short there, but hopefully he can do a bit better against Keelan Clark Price, Tuck of the Slim Rock Wrestlers. On to section two, we'll have Laurie Harriet returning. We haven't seen him since Deadly Hands. Be good to have him back. Against Philip Kirby, one of the Kirby brothers. Um, oh, I see Oliver's piping up with the fire. Hope Keelan can win his left hand match so we can go home with one win. Yep, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. And we got Joe Labato versus John Kirby, one of the other Kirby Bros. Um, Kirby Bros are killing it at the moment. They've been on his hair. We've got the Dungeon Master flying into the chat. Hey guys, all the best for this weekend coming at Severed Hands. Yes, yes. Sorry I can't be there as I'm working. Some great matches planned. Appreciate it as always, bro. Um, do what you need to do, man, for sure. We'll definitely see you back at another COA event at some point. Um, definitely. Whether that's Winter's Gate, whether that's another one before, another one after. We need to get you in a tournament. You're looking pretty good in tournaments at the moment. Let's keep that reign going. Improvement guide, the mother fudging champions will be crowned. Oh yeah, we're getting to that. We're getting to that. So still on section two, after Joe Labato and John Kirby, which I think is going to be an absolute war. That's a dark horse match. Watch out for that. Joe Labato and John Kirby. Seriously, watch out for that match. Definitely got to get into Winter's Gate. Preston, yeah, will 100% be in talks. 100%. Watch out for the Bobby Davies and Joe Taylor match. That might be one for you. Obviously we'll be in contact. We'll get the levels figured out. But yeah, that's definitely one to watch for you, bro. Definitely. Still on section two, we've got Arm Wrestling Kid versus Ellis Tilson. Two people returning from the pit. We see them both in some great wars, some great matches from the pit. If you haven't seen them, go to the Circle of Arms YouTube and check them out. Arm Wrestling Kid and Ellis Tilson. Next up, we've got Ben Taylor, the big brother of Joe Taylor, versus Wales' own Ryan Barber. Ryan Barber fortunately stepped in recently. It was Ben Ritchie from Ferndown Club. He unfortunately couldn't make it anymore, but Ryan Barber, thank you, man, stepping in. Next we'll have James Boughton versus Anthony Sandow. James Boughton from the Brute Force Arm Wrestling Club. Another one of the great pullers down there. Against Anthony Sandow from Spalding Steel Arms, training with Hightower. Not much more needs to be said about that. I'm excited to see them match up. I haven't seen them be paired up before, but I feel they're at a very similar level. Anthony Sandow did very well this year at the Nationals, getting a few stops on Ashley Harmsworth and getting a few pins on some of the favorites of the tournament. So looking forward to seeing that match play out. Next, we got Jim Murdoch and Lewis Alexander. Jim Diesel, the Lethal Diesel man himself. Mad Dog Murdoch. He's got the most nicknames at the moment. Versus Lewis Alexander from the Norwich Arm Wrestling Club. Be my first time seeing Lewis compete. So looking forward to that. Jim mentioned his name and said he would like the match. Got in contact and that's how we got that going. Super heavyweight match. Will be good. Next, we have the number one contenders match for the under 75 kilo left arm title. So the winner of this will be the number one contender. We got Jordan Champ, fiery kid, against Mindaugas Dumbra, Go Gadget, the Inspector. Best of five for the number one contenders spot. Very excited for that because that's the belt that I'm looking at. So looking at that match for sure. Bring back the fridge. Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back. 100%. Moving on to section three, we have Ben McGibbon versus Billy Davies. I love this match. This is one of my favorite matches of the card, and it's probably one of my favorite matches I've wanted to see this year. Um, Billy's been on a tear. Ridiculous, ridiculous. He's what did he get? He got second at the regionals in Devon early this year, and then went on to win both arms at the nationals this year. So been peaking out. And then Ben McGibbon also been on a good run recently. Been taking a slower trajectory, but they've both sort of met at this trifecta right at the top there, where Ben has just recently turned pro as well from taking on everyone at the sit downs, losing only to Darren Turner on the left. Um, so turning pro early this year, Billy just turning pro. So it's a match that never got to happen until now. So very, very, very excited for that. See you later, Dan. Have a good one. Uh, Carry on. Section three, we have an unconfirmed match with Dejan Kurt. He was supposed to take on Vasi Vasi, but unfortunately he couldn't get back from his home country in time. What's that improvement guy? If Ben can take that win, it will blow up his stock 100%. Ben's been blowing up recently anyway. He is that underdog. He's the assassin. He is the guy that just turns up and just smashes. He's yeah, he's built for a lot. He's built for a lot. I hope he does well. And I hope he gets noticed by the arm wrestling scene. Him and Mark, Ben McGibbon and Mark McGinley, they are absolute warriors, and they need more recognition for sure, for sure. Hopefully, Circle of Arms can bring that for them. Next up, we have Harry Lyle versus Dave Horner. This is a stupendous match. Harry Lyle coming out of IFAs, doing very well there. Before that, I had a match at Arm Wars. Before that, I had a match at the Pit. Two matches at the Pit. So, if he comes through and wins this match as well as he did at the Pit against Chris, he will be number one contender for the under 93s Elite Championship. So, we'll see how Harry does. He's got a handful with Dave Horner, one of Leeds' main coaches, alongside Dan the Hitman Hanlon. So that's going to be a fiery match. We've got our first of three potential championship matches. All three of these matches have people that are in the run-ins to claim that title. They each have 2 wins on the left arm. This will be their third win if they can get past this opponent, and they will claim the first ever COA championship title. Very, very exciting time. So the first match for that is the Kingsman Hassan Al Hakim, coming off of 2 great wins at Gripfest against Arnold Riley, and then recently at the Pit versus Sean Kamal. So he's against Charlie Free, the improvement guy, who just come off of a great win against Thomas Lilly, who originally was the guy that beat Hassan at Deadly Hands. So very interesting match there. Next we got Henry Grayling, who is in the running for the title. Come off beating Charlie Owen at Deadly Hands, left arm. And then Mark Walden at Gripfest, left arm. Which, if you haven't seen that match, oh my, you need to watch that match. Go to the Circle of Arms Instagram and watch that match. Trust me, that's one of the most crazy matches we've put on, and one of the craziest matches I've ever seen. Literally, Henry Grayling and Mark Walden. Head to the Circle of Arms Instagram when you can and check that out. I'll post it to the stories later today, and oh my, you won't be disappointed. Uh, Third and final potential championship match. We have Mark McGinley coming off of a great year this year. He has been literally undefeated the entire year in competition on the left arm. His left arm has ran through every single person this year, not taking a single, not taking a single defeat. His hand does not touch the pin pad. The back of his hand does not touch the pin pad for the entire year. Very, very impressive stuff. He originally defeated Dafford Lewis at Deadly Hands. Wicked match they had on both arms. Go watch that now at Circle of Arms YouTube. And then he came back at the Pit with a fantastic performance in his first ever professional match against Daniel Kong Tut. Dan Tut. Stupid match, absolute grinder of a first round. Again, if you haven't watched that, go watch that. Absolute class match. And hopefully he'll be able to claim the title. But it won't be an easy one. This is a match that I've been not trying, but thinking to set up for a while. Me and Mark talked about this match a few months ago, actually. Carl would even say I chatted to him originally for, I believe it was for Deadly Hands. I believe it was Deadly Hands. In Carl Crosby. Carl will be a formidable opponent for Mark. Coach of the Brute Force Arm Wrestling Club down in Devon, coming with a car full of his team. So you're gonna have full support of the Devon lot. I'll put 7 hands. But yeah, we're gonna blow the roof off. That's just the left arms. That's the left arm matches. So we've got debuts, number one contender matches, gatekeeper matches. We've got championship matches. Have we got any rematches? No rematches on the left arm, but and that's just the left arm. That's just the left arm. So yeah, hopefully that would bring us up to about 3 p.m. Where we'll be taking our official break. There will be food available before that, so if you are hungry, you can go off and talk to the Secret Food Club, the Improvement Guy, and Charlie and Amy. Go speak to them, and they'll provide you with some hot food, or some snacks. We got drinks. We got sweets like home bakes. We got hot food. Yeah, we're gonna look after you. We're gonna look after you. And then our break will finish around 4 p.m. It'll end before if we need to. Like say if we get to 2:30, we've finished the left arm matches, we have our break, and everyone's ready to go by 3:30. Sweet, we'll do that. We'll do that. We won't fix it like we have to do it at this time. As I said in the post, this is a guideline. We'll be using it just as an estimate. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, the latest we'll be starting the the right arm matches. The latest we'll be starting the right arm matches is 4 p.m. So on the flip side, if the left arm matches take longer than we think, it takes us up to 3:30. We'll have that half an hour break and we'll start again from 4 p.m. as it says. So section 4 starting at 4 p.m. we have Edward Henderson versus Chris Lewis. I really like this match. I really like this match. It might be two people that maybe you don't know, maybe you haven't heard of them. If you've been watching Circle of Arms, you would have seen Edward Henderson twice before now. He was at Deadly Hands and he was recently at the Pit as well. done very well at both events, and it's been working on his technique a lot, been working on his strengths a lot, been working on his weaknesses a lot, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be an interesting match. He's against a great opponent with Chris Lewis from the Milton Keynes Arm Wrestling. They they're an interesting match. I feel like they're both similar strengths, similar-ish style. Both seem to prefer a top roll, but are comfortable inside as well. So yeah, just excited to see how that match plays out. I'm expecting a grinder. Next after that, we'll be jumping straight into the three-way crossfire, where all hell is gonna break loose. It's gonna be myself starting against Andy Wilton. Um, who we are 1-1 in competitive arm wrestling on the right arm. I beat him in Devon, right arm, in the Devon regionals. And then in the nationals, he beat me right arm. So we're one apiece on the right. So it'd be good to settle the score straight there. Um, and then we've got Ellis Tilson thrown in the mix as well. It's myself, Andy, and Ellis. Three-way crossfire. So that's winner stays on, like a king of the table type of style. It'd be me and Andy starting first, and the winner of that stays on. We've we've got 30 seconds between rounds, so it's quick fire, crossfire. Um, First of four pins. Um, yeah, three people. Winner stays on. First of four pins. 30 seconds between rounds. Stupendous energy. This this is gonna be ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Andy, yeah, yeehaw, boy, yeah. I should come in with a cowboy hat, like all the tassels and that shit, like. Oh, I love it, love it. Um, so after I've finished that, I'll be like stumbling back over to the commentary alongside Slim Rock Wrestler, on commentary with myself. Um, and we'll be having the pleasure to watch the rematch between Charlie Owen and Henry Grayling. This I've been excited about this match for a while. This was meant to go down at the pit, but unfortunately, I can't remember which. Must have been Henry. Must have been Henry couldn't make it, so it was postponed to Severed Hands, and his time has crept along now. That was the main event at Deadly Hands, and what a main event it was. So it'd be great to see this rematch. Carry on with section one. We've got the juniors match of Joe Taylor and Bobby Davies. Two amazing juniors coming through. Joe Taylor having the super match earlier this year at SummerSlam, and Bobby Davis will be making his debut in super matches at Circle of Arms. Um, Bobby Davis being the younger brother of Billy Davies. He is essentially a mini version, which is scary. Like one Billy is enough, um, let alone two. So be interesting to see. Bobby's 16, Joe is 14 or 15. I think he's 14. Um, Both been in the game. Actually, I think Joe's been in arm wrestling like 2, 3 years, and Bobby's been in it sort of the last year. He's been getting more and more into it recently with his brother Billy. But if you train with the Welsh Warriors for any time at all, you're gonna get good. So look out for that. Look out for that. Next, we'll have Joe James and Chaz Dunn. This will be the rematch on the other arm. They had a left arm war. Go watch that on the Circle of Arms YouTube. It was ridiculous, ridiculous. It was almost match of the day. It was top three, top two. Stupid match. Joe James and Chaz Dunn. Go check it out. They'll be having a rematch on the right arm. Um, yeah, awesome. Awesome match. Awesome match. Next, we'll have Rob Brown and Jordan Champ. Screamer. This is gonna be an interesting match. Never seen these two pulled before, so it'd be good to see what happens there. Andy, right, fellas, I've got to get going. I'll catch up with you lot on Saturday. Bring the energy. Yes, bro. Rest up well. Um, have a good evening and that. And yeah, if we don't talk before, s see you Saturday or Friday if you're down for the optional weigh-ins. But either way, yeah, let me know. We'll be in contact. And yeah, excited, man. I'll see you there. Definitely, definitely. Where was we? Capping off section four, we have the other arm match of Billy Davis and Ben McGibbon. So they'll be doing both arms at severed hands. Absolutely can't wait. Section five, we have Ali Jassam and Mindaugas Dumbra. Ali doing good. If you see the recent Circle of Arms video with him against Raj, he did very well against him there. And then Mindaugas doing very well at the pit against Tom Roberts. So they're both coming off of victories, both looking to keep the momentum going, and I think it's gonna be fun. Ali, a very hook dominant puller, and Mindaugas can go anywhere, but I've seen him predominantly top row, but I can see him go anywhere, so I'd love to see what happens there. Next we have Arnold Riley versus Hassan Al Hakim. Probably got one or two of them in the chat here tonight with us. These guys had a left arm war back at Gripfest Wales, on the left arm. That's Hassan's favorite arm and Arnold's lesser favorite arm, and reversed obviously. So this will be Arnold's favored arm and Hassan's non-favored arm. But I'd say they're both still absolute warriors. It will still bring the fireworks, no doubt. Next we'll be having Oliver Scott versus Keelan Clark Price. That's going to be another hook war. Can't wait for that. Laurie Harriet versus Dane Colvin. Laurie obviously returning, haven't seen him since Deadly Hands. And Dane Colvin, the great Dane of arm wrestling, met him at the Novice Nationals in Derby recently. Great guy, great puller, strong. Very good match here. Watch out for that one, another dark horse match. Next up, we have Dean the Leverage Carden versus Tom Scoop Roberts. Got COA original versus one of the Slim Rock wrestlers. So this will be interesting in the commentary booth between me and Slim. I'm sure we'll be going at it just as much as Dean and Tom. Should be interesting. Capping off section 5, we have Karai Candace and Mark McGinley. This is an interesting match. Karai coming back after a lengthy break from arm wrestling on a tear as well. Recently, he's been just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. His muscles have been waking up, and yeah, something's been working. Something has been working. Mark hasn't done as well on the right arm, but still been training hard, taking the pro athlete lifestyle seriously. He's leveling, seriously leveling. So that'll cap off section 5. Section 6, which will start around about 6 o'clock. So it'll be starting to get dark around this time. A few people said they will probably have left this time. We'll be putting the lights on. The mood will like these last few matches will we've just got, yeah, we've got something special planned, and we hope you enjoy. We hope that this really caps off the day, caps off the not the day, caps off the year for you. We are Oh, we're back. One of my favorite matches of the day in Tom Wilson from Leeds Arm Wrestling versus your boy, I think you check his name, or Robbie Byrne from Shropshire Arms. Robbie doing very well at the pit. I've seen him do very well this whole year. Did well at the regionals up in Lee last when was that? Early this year. Got a pin on Namo. And then obviously Tom Wilson being involved in the four-way battleground with Namo, Amherst Kid, and Connor Zuccotti recently. So I feel like Robbie and Tom Wilson be an excellent match. Most likely a hook war, most likely going inside, and it's gonna be a screamer. That'll be followed on by Elliot Eccles and Ian Analesi. So Ion taking on Elliot Eccles, the student of Dan Hanlon. So this will be an interesting match. Ion recently going against Dan up in Lee, taking the victory over Dan. Elliot being the less experienced puller, but the bigger and stronger puller. So it'll be very interesting to see how Elliot deals with Ion. Again, we have an unconfirmed match with Dejan Kurt. We'll see what happens on the day. That might not end up happening. But then our finale match of the day of Severed Hands, last match of the day, last official match of the day. We have Bruno Morante from the Gorillas Arm Wrestling Club over in Switzerland, coming over to face Milton Keynes Arm Wrestling's own Mark Walden, the Captain Natty Anavar himself. I love this match. Both of these guys have been doing very well this year. Bruno turning pro early this year, doing very well in the novice tournaments over in Switzerland, and Mark doing very similar over here in the UK, recently turning pro and doing very well in the novice tournaments earlier this year. Both claiming upwards from three placements in tournaments. And Mark Walden recently coming back from the IFAs and also doing the tournament over in Ireland the other day. Coming, was he? He got a placement. He got a placement on the right arm. So both been gathering momentum, and Bruno will be with me on Thursday. Might do a little video with Bruno on that day. We'll see how he is after traveling. We'll see how I am and see how everything is. And yeah, that's the Severed Hand card. That's the one. That is all of the matches that we have confirmed. There was a couple dropouts, so there may be one or two matches that may be squeezed in on the day. But that's what we got. That's what we got. What do you guys think? What's the standout match for you? What's a match you're looking forward to? Any match you're surprised about? What we got? What we got? I know I'm excited about, well, all of them, obviously. Arnold Riley, I think Robbie and Tom Wilson will be nuts. That is gonna be insane, insane. All great matches. Thank you, Oliver. Hard to pick. Yep, Arnold, definitely. Theo Coles, I'm looking forward to the food the most. The Secret Food Club don't mess about. They yeah, they don't mess about, man. So I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. It's gonna be such a good day. We've got more pullers, more teams. Um it's it's awesome. It's so good to be here, so good to be here in this position. This is our third big event this year, our fifth event overall, and our sixth event in total, like out of the whole of the Circle of Arms history. The first ever Circle of Arms event being the first Severed Hands. This being literally this time last year, Halloween weekend last year, 2021, where we literally had four matches. We had a left and a left and a right arm match between myself and Dean Carden, and then a left and a right arm match between Mark McGinley and Ben McGibbon. which is on this channel, my Defy Dubs channel. So scroll down and watch those matches if you're interested in what happened all that time ago. So it's awesome. It's great to be here. Our first birthday, Circle of Arms' first birthday. What a year it's been. Absolutely. Oh, wouldn't change anything. Absolutely loved every minute and grateful of everything that's happened because it's led us to here right now. Like if anything didn't happen or happened differently that happened, we wouldn't be here right now. And it's a good place that we're in right now. So fully grateful. Preston, mainly all the juniors for me, haha. Would love to compare. 100%. You said you're 16, yeah? One of the juniors to be looking out for. Oliver, I'm looking forward to the juniors as well to see future competition. I think most of the juniors of the UK, or at least the more established juniors of the UK, will be at Severed Hands. We should have Joe Taylor, Bobby Davies, Joey Finnerty, Elijah Finnerty, Oliver Scott. Um, I don't think we'll have Gustav Smalley. Preston, you said you were busy. I'm not sure if Karai's bringing his girls. His girl, I can't remember her name. She was 13 or 14 when I met her, and ruthless, absolutely ruthless. These young generation is getting ridiculous, absolutely getting ridiculous. We've got to watch out. Definitely. So yeah, there'll be plenty of side table footage. There'll be people recording all day. I know I'll be jumping on as much as possible in the break. I'll be on commentary throughout the day. It'll be me and Slim Rock on commentary. So you can find that on this YouTube. I'll be going live with Slim probably 20 minutes to half an hour before we actually start, before we start the matches. I'll be going around jumping with a few people, doing a couple of pre-match interviews or just getting a little bit of vibe of the day. And then we'll set up and get going. So obviously we won't be showing any matches. It will be commentary only, but we'll turn the camera around. I can turn the camera around here. Boom. Yep. But obviously it won't be just a wooden bench. It'll be the mat. Well, not the match, but it'll be the opponents. It'll be the table. We'll show some of the walk-ins. We'll show some of the reactions, some of the corner footage, this that, and we'll just jump in and out, keep everyone entertained, keep everyone in the loop of what's going on, and just have a savage day, man. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be such a good day. Um, Third time, as I said before, third time doing a big event like this. Bigger and better every time. First event we had, how many do we have? 20, no. How many matches do we have? Not many. Um, Deadly Hands, I think we had about 20 matches, 20, 21, 22. The Pit, we had 25 matches. And Severed Hands is looking to be about 38 matches. So bigger and better every time. I feel like that's the limit though in terms of matches, unless we want to start doing a multiple day events. But I think we're a long way off of that at the moment. So we're looking at shorter or more exclusive events in the near future. That being Winter's Gate, Deadly Hands. Four quarters might be a bigger event. We'll talk about that more as it approaches. But for the next few events, Winter's Gate and Deadly Hands, that will be slightly smaller events. That's as in slightly smaller cards. Bigger events, smaller cards, more championship matches. Um, because championship matches will be 7 rounds. We normally do 5 rounds, but championship matches Championship matches where both people can potentially be the champion will be 7 rounds, best of seven. So what's that, Arnold? You need to be pulling the super heavy seniors, Oliver. You savage. Oh, is that 8:15? Right. I've actually got to jump off of here. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. We went through our topics. We talked about arm wrestling gods at the start. We went through the whole match card of Severed Hands just briefly, but we went through them all. As I said, there might be some last minute matches squeezed in, as we've got um, a couple people dropping out and a couple spaces that might get filled on the day. But oh, last question. Why am I the last match of the day? That's almost my bedtime. Natty Captain Anavar. Uh, um, well, as Oliver said, best for last, Mark. You are one of the best up and comers of the country, and it's all right. Just get some pre-workout off gym. It seemed to work for Karai. It might work for the other Milton Keynes lot, but but yeah, man. Message me if you wanna clear anything up. But hopefully we'll be finished before 7. Um, that'd be uh that'd be the plan. Sounds good. Thanks for that. Yeah, no worries. Anyone watching? Yeah, if you I'd have a heart attack on that. Yeah, pre-workout's next. You need to watch that. You need to watch that. But yeah, anyone on here, if you got any queries, message me on either coa.dubs on IG, or the Circle of Arms Instagram. That's just Circle of Arms. You can find me there. Feel free to send in any messages, queries, updates, whatever. Literally, if you just want to chat, if you just want to chat about arm wrestling or life or anything, like just drop me a message. I'll reply as quickly as possible. Lots of content coming on the way this next week. Sign up for the email list if you haven't already. Send your email to circleofarmsuk@gmail.com. And all of that stuff. Like, subscribe, share, all the business. It's been a pleasure, guys. Um, Severed Hands this weekend. Get ready, rest up, fuel up. Be bring your best, be prepared. Yeah, man. Let's get it. One more time, guys. One more time. Right. That's it. See you Saturday. Have a good one, guys. Bless.